Hi everyone, it's Terry here sharing another process video for Peartree cut files. Today I'm using the Life is a Beautiful Ride cut file from the October release. I've cut it from some white cardstock and then I've also cut the letters from some patterned paper. I'm going to create a mixed media background for this layout, and I'm using a couple of Distress Oxide sprays. So I'm using Kitsch Flamingo and Scattered Straw, and I'm going to use the packaging technique. So you'll see I'm going to spray onto this piece of packaging and then kind of dab it all over the background where I want it, smooshing the liquid around. So I'm using Marshmallow cardstock, which is a thicker, smooth cardstock from Basil. And it just takes the mixed media really well without warping too much. So as you can see here, I'm trying not to get too much pink on the yellow because I don't want to create an orange tone on this layout. I want to keep the pinks and the yellows. So I'm just adding some splatters of metallic gold acrylic ink, and then I'm going to set that to one side to dry. So I'm using this photo of my wedding, which was at the beginning of September, and I'm going to scrap my wedding photos with mostly Maggie Holmes Garden Party collection and some Pink Fresh The Best Day thrown in there as well. So I'm just using this scrap of patterned paper to mat the photo. This is a photo that shows me and my husband and then my best friend doing a reading. So this is actually going to be one half of a kind of double spread that's going to be in the album. So I'm going to have this photo of her reading, doing the reading, and then I'm going to have another opposite page with the actual reading on it itself. So I'm just working out roughly what I might want to place where while that background is drying, and I've pulled out a few other bits of ephemera and a sticker book to use. So my background's dry now, and I'm going to add some strips of patterned paper to the bottom of the layout. I want them to kind of have a bit of a diagonal feel to them. I don't want them to be straight, so I'm just tearing the strips a little bit. So I'm going to add them, and I just add a little bit of glue to the bottom of the strips so that later on I can tuck embellishments in and around those pieces. So I'm just curling the edges over as well so that you can see the backs of those pattern paper a little bit, and it just creates a little bit of dimension to the page and a bit of texture. So once I'm happy with that, now I'm going to work out where I want to put my cut file and my photo. So I've stuck the cut file flush to the background, and then I'm adding in these letters that I've cut out from some of the patterned paper in the collection, and I'm just going to add them on foam pads. So there we have the cut file stuck flush down and all the letters raised up on foam pads, and I'm just going through some of the ephemera and working out where I want to put things. So there's a few bicycles in the Garden Party collection, and also there's one in the Pink Fresh Studio Best Day collection, so I do pull them out to use on this layout. So the larger piece there in my left hand is from the Pink Fresh Studio collection, and I love that the yellow tones work perfectly with the Maggie Holmes collection. So the stickers from the sticker book have got a clear kind of background to them, so they don't stand up too well off patterned paper. So I've stuck the top one flush to the background, and then I'm using this cardstock piece at the bottom, just popped up on some foam pads and tucked in under that torn piece of patterned paper. So I'm just mirroring the patterned paper piece at the top as well with that black and white piece there, just to start chucking some ephemera in and around it. So I'm just going through the chipboard sticker sheet and the book to work out what things I might want to use on this layout. I'm just pulling out a few stickers, so I've added another kind of label sticker and some hearts. So I do use some foam pads to put some hearts on this layout, because what's a wedding layout without hearts? I do feel I may run out of hearts at this rate. There's going to be a lot of layouts. So I've just added in another floral piece there, and I feel like the words, the script words, Isa and ride, kind of, you can't see them well enough. They kind of fall into the background, but I don't want them to be big bold painted letters. So what I'm doing is I'm using a black pen and I'm creating kind of a sketched feel. So it's not a perfect outline, it's kind of a rough and ready feel to the letters. So you'll see a bit more what I mean in the photos at the end. So I've kind of gone over the lines just to kind of mess them up a little bit so that they're not perfect. And you can just see how it makes those three words pop off the background, because before they kind of just fell away and you couldn't really see them. It just gives them some definition, and it also brings in some of the black and white that I've been using, particularly like the wheels of the cardboard sticker. And I was thinking about doodling some little leaves and things, but then I looked through the sticker book and there's these like black and white leaves, and then I'm adding in some slightly orangey coloured flowers in and around that cut file, just to add a bit more decoration to the layout. And still not being finished, I decided to add some small word stickers on foam pads, and one in the kind of floral cluster on the bottom, and another one where the floral piece is on the top of the photo. Again, I'm just going in and adding a few more hearts. And you'll see on the final piece that I have added some of the felt Peartree pieces, the light blue hearts as well, and some black stitching. So here's my finished layout. Thanks for joining me on YouTube today. Check out the description below for all the links, and click the subscribe button if you've enjoyed today's video. Thanks again.